In the quiet town of Point Pleasant, West Virginia, the year was 1966. Picture a place where life was simple, where the days were filled with soft whispers of the wind rustling through the trees and the nights, adorned by a blanket of twinkling stars. This was a town where neighbors knew each other, where children played freely in the streets, and where peace was as constant as the steady flow of the Ohio River. It was a slice of quintessential Americana, untroubled and serene. But beneath this serene surface, a peculiar undercurrent was beginning to stir. Unbeknownst to the folks of Point Pleasant, their town was on the brink of entering folklore, their lives poised on the edge of an enigma that would baffle the world for decades to come. The calm was about to be disrupted, the ordinary set to become extraordinary. But soon, this tranquility was to be shattered by a presence that was anything but ordinary. One fateful night, two young couples were out for a drive when they encountered something utterly inexplicable. The air was thick with an unusual chill, and the usually familiar paths seemed to be shrouded in an eerie silence. As they drove through the deserted roads on the outskirts of Point Pleasant, their headlights pierced the darkness, revealing a grotesque figure standing in their path. The creature was unlike anything they'd ever seen or heard of. Standing nearly 7 feet tall, it was humanoid in shape, but with a pair of massive wings folded against its back. Its skin was a dark, inky shade that seemed to absorb the light around it. But what was truly unsettling were its eyes, two glowing red orbs that seemed to bore into their very souls. They were frozen in terror, their hearts pounding in their chests. One of the eyewitnesses, Roger Scarberry, later recounted, "It was like a nightmare come to life. Its eyes, they seemed to glow in the dark like bicycle reflectors. But there was something intelligent in them, something that knew we were there and was watching us." His wife Linda added, "It felt like it was looking right through us, like it knew things about us that it shouldn't. I've never been so scared in my life." The creature made no move to attack, but its mere presence was enough to induce a deep, primal fear. The couples were gripped with a sudden, urgent need to escape. They threw the car into reverse, tires screeching against the asphalt as they sped away. But as they looked back, they saw the creature spread its wings and take off into the night sky, its glowing red eyes fading into the darkness. The couple sped away, but the image of the red-eyed creature was forever etched in their minds. This was the first reported encounter with the creature that would soon come to be known as the Mothman, and it was only the beginning of the mystery that would grip Point Pleasant for years to come. In the weeks that followed, reports of the Mothman began to flood local law enforcement and media outlets. The initial encounter, as chilling as it was, turned out to be merely the tip of the iceberg. The weeks that followed saw a surge in sightings, each more spine-chilling than the last. Suddenly, the quiet town of Point Pleasant was abuzz with whispers and fearful glances. Something was lurking in the shadows, and it wasn't just a figment of one's imagination. Eyewitness accounts varied, yet a common thread ran through them all: the presence of a menacing, winged entity with glowing red eyes. It was as if the creature had risen from the darkest corners of our nightmares, casting a sinister shadow over the town. News reports from that time paint a vivid picture of the panic that gripped Point Pleasant. "A large bird-like creature spotted near the old TNT area," one headline screamed. Another detailed an account of a pet dog disappearing, only for its owners to spot the Mothman at the scene of the disappearance. The local law enforcement, initially dismissive, found themselves in a whirlwind of confusion and fear. The sheer volume of reports was staggering. But it wasn't just the quantity, it was the conviction in the voices of the witnesses. These were not prank calls or tales woven by attention seekers. These were genuine cries of fear from ordinary people whose lives had been disrupted by the extraordinary. The media, both local and national, had a field day. Radio channels hummed with ominous warnings and speculations. Newspapers were filled with sketches of the Mothman, each more haunting than the last. Television broadcasts were dominated by interviews with terrified witnesses, their faces etched with fear and disbelief. As the sightings increased, so did the terror, transforming Point Pleasant into a town gripped by fear. In the face of such an enigma, theories began to surface. Some speculated an extraterrestrial origin. Was the Mothman a visitor from a distant galaxy, sent to observe or warn us? Others suggested a connection to government experiments. Could this creature be the result of some clandestine operation gone awry, a living proof of mankind's tampering with the natural order? Then, there were theories of the Mothman being a cryptid, an unknown species yet to be classified by science, or an interdimensional traveler slipping through the veil of our reality. And let's not forget the more supernatural interpretations, with some believing the Mothman to be a harbinger of doom or a malevolent entity feeding off fear. In spite of all these theories, none have been definitively proven. Each hypothesis adds another layer to the enigma, inviting us to ponder and question. The truth behind the Mothman remains shrouded in mystery. The sightings eventually ceased, but the legend of the Mothman lives on. Point Pleasant, once a quiet town, was forever transformed by the specter of this mysterious visitor. Its tranquil streets became the backdrop of an enigma that still enthralls the world today. The Mothman's legacy has left an indelible mark on the town. It's no longer just Point Pleasant, it's the home of the Mothman. The tale of the red-eyed creature has permeated every corner of the town, influencing everything from local folklore to the town's identity. Every year, the town hosts the Mothman Festival, a celebration that draws crowds from far and wide. It's a testament to the enduring allure of the Mothman, a creature that, despite its terrifying nature, has become a beloved figure in local culture. Whether you believe in the Mothman or not, one thing is clear: the fear it inspired was very real. Even decades after the last sighting, the legacy of the Mothman continues to permeate Point Pleasant. The town has embraced its eerie past and turned it into a unique selling point. The Mothman Museum, filled with artifacts, newspaper clippings, and eyewitness accounts, is a must-visit. The Mothman statue, a shiny steel figure with red glowing eyes, now stands as an iconic symbol of the town. Even the local diner serves a Mothman burger. Whether it's a chilling tale or a fascinating mystery, the Mothman has left an enduring legacy that continues to captivate the world. And as we wrap up our journey into the legend of the Mothman, remember, the world is full of mysteries waiting to be explored. If you've enjoyed this video and want more intriguing stories, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Until next time, keep your eyes open and your curiosity alive. Who knows? You might just stumble upon the next big mystery.